Welcome, first-time listeners and returners to the Sports Deli, where thoughtful conversations and insightful guests are always tops on the menu. We are now joined by Tziarra King. Currently, she is number 3 for the Utah Royals Football Club. She was drafted number 8 overall. You voted already? Or are you going in person? If you were, hopefully in Biden's and Kamala's ear on January 20th. What would you ask them to do first to help change the narrative in this country? Yes, well, we want to make sure we have an exclusive in the Sports Deli. You come get that karma if you ever run for president of the United States. And when you were featured on Instagram, that post got you roughly 500,000 likes. So talk to all the girls out there, that I know you're inspiring so many of all walks of life about what you went through in middle school.
Yeah, for 4 years there, we made the NCAA tournament every year. And I think, we kind of put NC State back on the map as, one of the top programs. So.
Yeah, did you miss a game? Because I didn't find anywhere where you missed a game.
I missed one game.
One.
I 100% had that same conversation with my parents, how to, how to conduct yourself, if you're pulled over. I think that there definitely are times when Black women are overlooked. And, we kind of saw that in the midst of the Breonna Taylor, George Floyd incidents where, Breonna Taylor just wasn't getting the same, kind of outrage and the same, I guess, publicity in the tragedy as George Floyd kind of did. And I think that, Black women kind of get overlooked in a lot of different ways and a lot of
people want to be remembered for certain things, and the thing that really hit home with me was how Steph Curry, just his body language spoke about how he wants to be remembered besides being the best shooter in the history of the NBA. And so obviously you want to have a great career. You may want to try out for the 2023 World Cup, but talk about that and how that ties into your message about how important that we thoughtfully dialogue and educate so that people can be a part of changing the narrative, which is mainly a white issue from my perspective. This is definitely a white issue, a white male issue. Okay, let's finish up with we got a final segment, which is called This or That. So I do want to ask you real quick. We lost Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the notorious RBG, and Kobe, Chadwick Boseman. How did that affect you, Jenner? Okay. Storm from X-Men or Wonder Woman? Trash talker or silent assassin? Hope Solo or Brianna Scurry? Wow. Okay, Russell Wilson, an NC State grad, or Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes? Okay, now this is new. You're only the second person to answer this question. These are heteronyms. Attribute or attribute? Direct kick or corner kick? Oh, but over a billion people watched the 2019 World Cup, the Women's World Cup. And so people do like women's sports. Yeah. It's not a matter of gender necessarily. It just has to be marketed.
And so I think that the same thing will happen with women's sports. And so I'm excited to see how it goes.
Okay. Well, you're a beautiful spirit. We love sharing space with you. And I'm doing everything I can to pay it forward. And thanks for honoring us with your time. And much thanks to Tziarra King, professional women's soccer player, for joining us here today in the Sports Deli. This has been the 2020 election edition of the podcast. You can always find Tziarra on Instagram at Tziarra King. That is TZIARRAKING, or on Twitter at Tziarra, TZIARRA. You can always send us an email to thesportsdeli@gmail.com, thesportsdeli@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram at Mike Hootner, or on Twitter at Michael Hootner. Until next time, don't forget to vote. Black Lives Matter. Thanks for joining us again in the Sports Deli. For Dr. J and Coach K, this is Hootie Hoot. Peace.